Hello and welcome. My name is Renee Thomas and I am a construction software specialist with Sockeye Consulting. Today we're going to take a look at the contract, the prime contract and invoicing related to that contract features inside of Sage Construction Management. So when we open up the contract administration, you'll see that you get some contract admin prerequisites, whether it's the project directory, and then any items that are without insurance or with expired insurance. So you'll be able to kind of correct any of those issues with any of those vendors and subcontractors very quickly. Another area you'll see is the prime contract financial overview for this specific project. You have both the revised contract as well as the prime invoices and then any payments made against them. You have your job cost codes, your prime contract, and your allowance packages, your change proposals, as well as your change orders and any prime invoices, the approved total, and each of their statuses as well. So all of that gets broken down here. If we go up here, you'll see a link to the contract admin calendar. That'll be any specific dates related to this particular project, and they'll all be on that calendar when you click on it. So we'll open this up and you can see. So anything that was going on or upcoming would show up on this calendar currently. You also have your prime contract budget and invoice history. So when you open up this, you'll see that you have all of your revised contract versus prime invoices versus payments. You also have your contract costs and invoice history set up in a date manner, as well as a pie chart of where those breakdowns go in terms of your material, equipment, labor, and subcontractor costs. You'll get a financial summary on your project as well as a retainage summary, and what retainage is currently held as well as your payment status. So what are the total payments, what's the percentage, when was the last payment date, and you'll get a breakdown of any approved budget transactions. So obviously you'll always have your prime contract, but then you'll also have any change orders that have been approved as well, and it'll give you a breakdown of all that versus what you've invoiced. So just a wealth of information regarding your actual prime contract. If you go back to the contract admin page, you'll also have a quick link to your project analytics in case you have a quick project you want to go to. If you want to look specifically at your prime contract page, this is where you would have entered it. So it's obviously the first of the prime contracts. You'll have all the information about this particular prime contract, as well as any work scope, inclusions, exclusions, or clarifications you've included. It has any of your approved change order day extensions, any incentives and liquidated damages, as well as start and finish dates and default retainage percentages. This will be the status, and the status will be editable. All components of it will be editable. Here you'll have your approval status, and this is basically where your status will be set to draft until it's actually approved, in which case then none of your financial components can be edited after that point, unless you move it back to draft status. It also gives you an accounting status of when you exported it to your accounting side as well. For this particular section, you'll also have your original prime contract budgets. So this is where you would enter your schedule of values. So once you have your schedule of values confirmed, you'll be able to enter that in and set up your budget numbers for each of those schedule of values, and this is what you'll be billing off of as well. Let's go back to info. And then we'll scroll down. And then you also have your cost budgets as well. So you'll be able to enter your budget. This can also be pulled. You can either add by items or, I'm sorry. Go back. This is your original cost budget. So as you add items that are going to be costs for this project, you can add those job cost codes here, and you'll be able to keep adding those and put in budget amounts both on any of these categories, whether it's material, labor burden, equipment burden, subcontractor, or other miscellaneous costs. So you'll be able to put all of that entered in here, so you'll have an idea of what your costs will be associated with this project. You'll also be able to put in any labor hours as well as equipment hours. Once you have all this entered, you'll also be able to look at the original contract amount and cost budget. So you'll be able to see the details regarding those. And you can see all of this. This is your cost budget, this is your prime contract amount, and this is what your profitability is set to be. So it gives you a breakdown of each of those line items that you have in terms of this particular project's financial components. If we go back to our project home, we can also do prime invoices. So we'll take a look at those next. So as you can see, we have some in. So we'll just open up the first one. So for this, as you'll see, it's all connected with the original prime contract that you put in. You'll be able to put in the approved status once it is. You can add any comments or any internal comments. The comments that you write here will appear on the invoice. The internal comments will not. It also gives you your accounting status, so you can put your export date, any kind of payment date, all of those. So you'll be able to add all that. Reports. So we have that. So as we go down, you'll see that there's a financial summary for this as well. So you have all of your items right here. Your original prime contract plus your approved invoices, and then what the revised is, as well as what our previous prime invoices, current prime invoice, and the total prime invoices. So it just gives you a little breakdown. You can look at the details right here. And here's the breakdown for those. So it gives you a close-up breakdown of where each item was set. Prime invoice info. So now if we go back to our prime invoice list, if we want to add another invoice, we just go to actions. You can add manually, or you can add from a work order that's in the system as well. So we can add this manually, and then as you'll see, you'll be able to fill out each one of these items. And then we go to save and next. Yep, next. And then you can end in the current work stored, or you can do it by percentage complete. Okay. And then for reports, if you wanted to print this, you could print prime invoice details. And then again, all your templates can be customizable. Put this in simple format. Hit OK. And then you just download it. And then we'll open that. And you guys can cut out the part where the other thing came up and just bring it right up to this. And this says, okay. So then when we open it up, we get to the prime contract invoice, fixed lump sum, gives you all your information as well as your breakdown. And then your total. I think I opened the wrong thing. Sorry guys, whoever's editing this, I have to just find the right one. So this is a PDF. This is what we want. So as you can see, we can pull a AIA. All right, sorry, I'm going to start that over. So after creating that and Once you click that and you open this up, you get the prime contract invoice, fixed lump sum, and you can see it's in an AIA standard format. And here it's all grouped by the owner cost codes. And this can be easily sent. You also can print it with the lien waiver as well through the system. Prime invoice lien waiver right there. So all those items are stored in the system. Also with a DocuSign connection, you'll be able to have them all be signed and returned within the system. So everything is housed internally here, with it being able to be reported on as well as seen when those responses return. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.